Hello and welcome to Hexed Encountered. I'm Joe. In this video, we'll be doing a gameplay of the game Iwo Jima 1945. This is from Worthington Publishing, old school war games, and it is designed by Grant and Mike Wylie. And it is kind of the second game in their Island series. The first one was Tarawa 1943. And so this is a follow-up to that. I believe it follows mostly the same rules. I have Tarawa. I actually got it with this one. I backed this one on Kickstarter, so I got that as an add-on. But I have not played Tarawa yet, so I'm going to be playing these backwards, I guess. But as this is a new one, I thought it would be of interest to you guys. So I'm taking a crack at it first, and then I'll play Tarawa down the road sometime. Maybe on the channel, maybe not, but we'll see. Anyway, we're going to jump right in here. So I did do a first look. It does have, a look through the rule book and all the components and everything. As you can see here, we've got wooden blocks that represent the various units. These are the Japanese forces. And you can see there, it's the 109th IJA. And the Marines, U.S. forces, are these green blocks here, and they are lined up according to division and regiment. So three Marine divisions took part in the invasion of Iwo Jima: the 5th, the 4th, and the 3rd. And on the invasion day, February 19th, 1945, well, the game gives you regiments. So each regiment, or each division rather, has 3 regiments, and you have all of those. So there are a total of 9 regiments. And so here on Green Beach, and I tried to do these historically. So here on Green Beach, we have the 28th Regiment, which was part of the 5th Marine Division. On the Red Beach, we have the 27th Regiment, also from the 5th Marines. The 3rd Regiment from that division, the 26th, is a floating reserve. It is off to the side. I have it right here. There are three wooden markers for each of the regiments. And we have here at Yellow and Blue Beach, you have the 4th Division, the 23rd Regiment on yellow, and the 25th on blue, and the 24th, which is the other Marine Regiment from the 4th Marine Division, rather, is right here. And then the entire 3rd Marine Division was in reserve as well. That was comprised of the 3rd, 9th, and 21st Marines. You have a tracker here that shows everything. Here's the 3rd Division with the 3rd, 9th, and 21st Regiments. Then you have the 4th with its commanding general, Clifton Cates, comprised of the 23rd, 24th, and 25th Marines. And then the 5th Division under Major General Keller Rocky has the 26th, 27th, and 28th. So you can see the 28th and the 27th are here. So that's the setup. You have 30 cards in play. This is the Marine Corps deck right here. And you are playing this solitaire game. You're playing as the Marines. So that's the Marine deck. You get 3. I've already drawn my first 3. You get 3 per turn, basically. And you play until the deck runs out. So it's not a turn-based game, although it is turns. You don't have a turn marker or anything like that. What you see here is what you get. You've got your Japanese attacks. There are regular fire attacks and bonsai attacks up here, and each of the die faces telling you what those are. And I know it's probably small and you can't see it, but I will go through that when we get to it. Same thing with bonsai. You got your die face results here. And then, of course, the Marine Corps Regiment attacks that roll 5 dice and what they get when they roll things. And then the Japanese also have their own deck here that basically drives their AI and tells you what actions to take for them. So on the very first round of the game, I guess the game's played in rounds. I said turns. It's, 6 of one, half a dozen of another, essentially. But in game terms, it's a round. So in the first round of the game, the special landing phase is conducted. Now I'm reading directly from the rulebook. Special landing phase. This only occurs once during the game. Make an initial Japanese fire attack roll of 3 dice against each of the U.S. Marine Corps occupied beach positions adjacent to an occupied Japanese position. Any die roll of 1 are treated as no result during this phase. That's different from their regular Japanese attacks. This phase is only conducted before the first turn of the game. No cards are played for either side during this phase. And then after the special landing phase, at the beginning of a game, a series of rounds is played in the sequence below. Each round consists of one turn for the U.S. Marine Corps player, followed by a turn for the Japanese AI. That is your game sequence at a very high level. We'll dig down into the nitty gritty here in a bit. So now looking at the beaches, right? So you have green, red, yellow, and blue. Each of these has a line directed at them from the Japanese positions. And you can see like this one goes like this. A lot of them have multiple lines, usually two. I think it's all two. Well, maybe not. Like this blue beach has two lines going to it. Yellow has two lines. Red has two lines. But green only has one line. Because the forces here on Suribachi, they don't have a line to the beach. So that's the famous mountain at Iwo Jima with the famous flag raising photo. That was basically a reenactment of the actual flag raising, but that's a very, very famous photograph. So basically we're going to roll for each Japanese unit adjacent to an occupied Japanese position. So we'll roll an attack on each regiment, one attack on each regiment, I guess, because they're all adjacent to one of the Japanese units. And we have our set of dice up here. There are 6 in total. And I'm going to pull 3 of these out right here. I've got my dice tower. I'm going to put it, at least for this, I'll put it up here. And we will roll for the 28th first. Okay, 1s get ignored. So we remember that. Now, if we look at the Japanese fire attack, right? Each 6 removes 1 marker from the U.S. Marine Corps regiment being attacked. So that would mean we would take one of these off and remove it. And then each 5 gets reduced cohesion of 1, reduce the cohesion by 1. So this is the 5th Division, and we have the 28th, so we're going to reduce its cohesion by 1. Now this down here are cohesion tracks. You start at 12. When you get to 5, you start to have negative effects. Now we'll repeat the process here for the 27th Regiment. Oh, look at this. This is terrible. Okay, so they're going to lose 2 regiments. Now we'll do yellow. We'll switch this up a little bit. Try 3 different dice here. Okay, a 1 is gone. 1 gets removed. And from the 2 and the 4, the 2 cancels a 6. Okay. And a 4 reduced the cohesion by 1. So this is the 23rd. So they're going to lose 1 cohesion. So they're getting on the beach pretty decent, in pretty decent shape here. All right. Now we'll do the same for the 25th. 2 1s get ignored, and a 4 is a reduction in cohesion. And this is the 25th Regiment. So they go right there. Okay. So the 5th Marine Division took a beating. But the 4th is still full strength, though they did take a little cohesion hit. Okay, so we move on to the U.S. Marine Corps turn here. So we have multiple actions we can do. We can place a new wave. We can regroup, rotate regiments, move, or attack. We also have cards. Now, the 3 cards I drew, we have air naval support. And you can see it says add 2 dice to any 1 regiment attack action. Other things too, but that's the most important one. And you can see at the bottom, play during USMC turn. Then we have replacements here. Add 1 replacement block from eliminated blocks to any 1 reduced U.S. Marine Corps regiment. So this one would be one I would want to use since my 27th here took a real pounding. So I'm going to play this card. And you can play your cards anytime before, during, or after your turn. Meaning you can play it during the Japanese turn. But they'll always say at the bottom, play during USMC turn, or play during the Japanese turn, or something like that. I'm going to put one of the 27th regiments back in. Okay, and then the third card I have here is Command Coordination, which lets me activate 2 additional regiments this turn for a total of 3 actions. So we're going to use this because we're going to try and get our units off the beach here. So I'm going to use this, and I'm also going to end up using this as well, all during this turn, and then I'll get to draw 3 new ones after. But for now, that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to say we're going to play this one, which will let us activate 3, right? And you can read the bottom's got a little historical info. Planners chose to have the Marines land on the southeastern beach in 7 sections, right? Green, red 1, red 2, yellow 1, yellow 2, blue 1, and blue 2. On the map here, we just have green, red, yellow, and blue, but aside from green, each of the other 3 beaches all were 1 and 2. Although I believe blue only ended up landing on blue 1. Both pieces of this landed on the same beach, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what happened. So we're going to play this, and we're going to activate 3 units, and we'll activate these 2 and this one. So the 23rd from the 4th Division, and then the 27th and 28th from the 5th. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then I'm going to use this for support as well, so that we can use all of the units are going to have an attack action, basically. Okay, so attacking is pretty simple. We're going to have the 28th attack first. They're going to attack the neck. Okay, so we're going to put this card in play, which means we can add 2 dice, which means we get to roll. You normally roll 5, but we're going to get to roll 7, which is the total number of dice that they gave us. Even though I dropped 1, I have 7 dice in my hand. I'm going to roll all 7. Let's see what we get. Okay, so now it's a little bit complex here, that what you can do with your dice. So double 6s would remove a Japanese marker. Double 5s would also remove a Japanese marker. Unfortunately for me, I didn't get any 5s or 6s, and all 4s are removed. So this is going to be a bad attack. We lose 4 dice. They have no effect. They cannot be re-rolled. 3s are automatically re-rolled, and 2s and 1s are bad for the Marines. Double 2s would reduce your cohesion by 1, and you already have to do that anyway. So the 28th, yeah, they lose another cohesion. Okay, but you can also re-roll anything you want of what's left. So I'm going to re-roll those 3, and we got a 5, a 4, and a 2. So that's nothing, basically. So nothing happened, because we don't have any doubles, and you only get stuff on doubles, basically. So, and because I re-rolled, their cohesion takes another hit, so they go down to 9. Okay, so now we'll try the 27th, and they'll do the same thing. They'll attack the neck. I only get to use 5 this time. This card is now used. I'm going to take my 5 dice. I'm going to throw them down the tower and hope we get something, and we got something better this time. So we got 2 6s, which removes 1 Japanese marker. I'll take the one in. I'll take this one, I guess. We pull that guy out. Then we have 2 3s that are re-rolled immediately. So we'll just put the 5. We'll keep the 5 there, and we'll roll these 2. And we got a 6 and a 3. So this 3 also gets re-rolled, and it's a 3 again. And this was a 6. So let me take these out. This gets re-rolled again. Now it's a 1. And 1s, I'm going to re-roll this. Well, 27th. Yeah, we'll do a re-roll, I guess, to see if I can get another double 5 or a double 6. I need a 5 or a 6. And I got a 1 again. All right. So we did remove 1 marker, but that's it. So that one was somewhat of a success. Okay, so now we'll move to the 4th Division and the 23rd Regiment only. The 25th is not going to attack, because remember, I could only activate 3 regiments. And that was only because I played a card. Normally you only get to activate 1 regiment per round or turn. So we're going to attack again. I'm going to use our 5 dice. And let's see. So 4, immediately remove a 4, does not get re-rolled. And we have a 5, a 6, a 2, and a 3. So let me first reduce 4, 4th, the 23rd. So they go to 10. And I'm going to re-roll, so they're going to go down to 9. And I'm keeping the 5 and the 6. And we're going to re-roll the 2 and the 3. And we got a 5. And a 5 is also a remove a Japanese marker. They were attacking field number 1, so they're going to remove a marker, like so. And now we go to the Japanese turn. So once we go to the Japanese turn, the Japanese AI turn is different from the Marine Corps turn, as it is dependent on the AI generated from the cards. So Japanese don't track cohesion. They may have multiple actions in a turn, and in attacks generally cause effects with single die results and do not re-roll anything other than 3s. All right, so we're going to pull a card, and we got Infiltration. Move a Japanese cube from the infiltrator box into the highest priority U.S. Marine controlled island position, non-beach. We don't have anything that's not beach right now. Ignore if not applicable. So we're going to discard that. Okay, so I think we just simply move on to the next round here. So I'm going to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And we get more replacements, so that's good to have. And we have one for the Japanese turn called Heroism and Medics. Ignore 1 marker lost due to a Japanese attack. That one's good to keep. I'll be holding on to that. And then Flamethrower. Adjust a die roll of 4 to any result, including after rerolls. Nice. All right, that might be useful to play too. Okay. So let's play replacements. And we're going to take we'll take the 28th and get them back to full strength. And I'm going to activate them and have them attack the neck again. And so we will roll our 5 dice. And we got 2 3s. Now here you can see 3s, re-roll all 3s immediately. So I'm going to take these out. 4 goes away, but I can use this to make it anything I want. So I'm just going to stick it right there for now. These 2 get re-rolled. And it's a 4 and a 3. So this 4 also comes out, and this 3 gets re-rolled again. Another 3. Now it's a 1. All right, so I'm going to pay to re-roll these 2 1s because I don't want to lose anything here. So this is the 28th, so they're actually going to go down to 7. 8 for making the attack, and then 1 more for the re-roll. And then I still have this 4. I'm going to make this 4. Well, I'll just hold on to that because you can do it after your re-roll. All right, we got a 6. And we got a 2. And I'm going to not use my flamethrower card because the 2 is nothing by itself. And so there's no need for me to make this anything else, because if I made it a 2 like this, I would actually end up taking a cohesion hit, which I don't want to do. We did score a 6, so that removes a second one from there. And now we pull a card for the Japanese. Fire attack. Launch a fire attack against the highest priority U.S. Marine Corps position that's adjacent to a Japanese occupied position, not infiltrator. At the bottom, it says every penetration seemed to become a disaster. His units were raked from the flanks, chewed up, and sometimes wiped out. Tanks were destroyed by interlocking fields of fire. All right, so we have this card here for Heroism and Medics. So if I do take a loss on this, I'm going to probably play this card to keep it. Now, in terms of priority, each of the spots on the map has a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Where's 8? 8, 9, and 10. And you use those to determine where the Japanese are being most tenacious, right? Since we don't have anybody in an island position yet, we're still on the beach, they go by beach, and it goes this way in terms of priority. So green beach is going to be attacked by the neck. Okay, so we're going to do a Japanese fire attack, and their results are up here. Okay, so I know you guys can't really see that, but I'm going to, we roll 3 dice, and then on a 6, you remove one of the regiment markers, so they would lose one of those. A 4, you reduce cohesion. On the 4 and 5 would both reduce the cohesion of that unit. 3 is a reroll. 2 is a cancel of a 6. And then double 1s removes a Japanese marker from the position, but it gets ignored when attacking the beach, so that would not have an effect. And 1 is no effect. So they have 3 dice. We rolled them, and we got, look at that, 2 6s and a 2. So one of the 2s will cancel, the 2 will cancel one of the 6s, but the other 6 means they lose their unit again. So good attack for the Japanese there. Now we go back to us, the Marines, and we draw a card, and we got another flamethrower result. Now we have 2 of those. And so this time we're going to activate the 28th again and try to take the neck. I mean, I want to take the neck. All right. And we got 2 1s that we'll be re-rolling. We got a 4, which we'll pull out, and a 5 and a 6. So we'll keep that. We're going to make the 4 into a 5 to guarantee that we get a hit. So we're going to spend this. Now we have 2 of them, but we're just going to spend that one. And then we're going to re-roll these 2, and they're going to cost me 2 more cohesions, which moves me down to 5. So I have to take an exhaustion check, but I do that after the action. So let's finish this action. And we got another 5. So what it doesn't matter because there's only 1 block left, but we had 3 5s, and the 2 doesn't matter either. So we're going to eliminate this last one, and then these guys get to move into this position. So we've captured our first position, and now we have to do a cohesion check. So cohesion represents a U.S. Marine Corps regiment's morale, fatigue, combat effectiveness, etc. The U.S. Marine Corps regiment cohesion track on the game board is from 12 to 1. It is used to track each regiment's cohesion by using red cubes. Cohesion may never go lower than 1 or higher than 12. When Marine Corps regiments' actions are rotation, move or attack, they reduce the cohesion by 1. If it can be reduced further due to combat or card actions. Cohesion may be increased or added to by the play of a regiment regroup action. Once a regiment's cohesion reaches 5 or less, it must conduct an exhaustion check to see if it is exhausted. Regiments at 6 or higher are never exhausted and don't do an exhaustion check. Key rule: an exhausted regiment may only rotate positions as the result of a different regiment's rotate action, so they can't initiate that action. Cohesion reductions: when a regiment is at 5, trigger exhaustion checks after its actions are completed. All right, so how do we do it? An exhaustion check: you roll 1 die and compare the result to the regiment's cohesion level. If the result's equal or less, regiment's not exhausted. So unless I roll a 6, the regiment won't be exhausted. And we rolled a 2, so they're good. So they're not exhausted, thankfully. All right. Japanese turn. Troop movement. Move 1 Japanese marker from the lowest priority controlled Japanese position to the highest priority Japanese controlled position with less than 3 markers. Ignore if none are available. Conduct a fire attack using attack priority. Okay, so they are going to move someone from 10, which is Hill 362B, to Field 1, because that's the lowest one with an opening. Because 1 they still own and it's full, 2 they've lost, and 3 they still control. Now we get to do an attack. So they would be attacking the neck, because we now do have an island position. So they will be attacking with the lowest priority, which is west side. So these guys are going to attack the neck. Okay, so they attack, they use 3 dice. My God, they rolled another freaking 6. All right, so a 6 for them, of course, is you remove a marker. And a 5 is reduce cohesion. And a 3 is a re-roll. So we're going to re-roll the 3. And it's another 5. So they've lost 2 cohesions. They're down to 3. And let's see. Okay, so when they are exhausted, you place an exhaustion marker on it. So that simply means we take one of these red cubes that we have here on the track, and we put it in here with the unit to show that they are exhausted, which limits what they can do. Okay. Ho, ho. All right. We're going to spend that, and we're going to get our unit back. There we go. All right. All right, I'll do one more, and then I'll probably stop. I like to keep things short and snappy. So we're going to draw our 2 cards. This time we got dynamic command. Swap positions of 2 adjacent regiments, or move 1 regiment to a vacant friendly controlled position, or land a new wave. Regiments may be activated the same turn this card is used. Okay. The other one we got is command coordination, which lets us activate 3 regiments again. So we're going to do that. We're going to use our command coordination. And we're going to activate these 3, the 3 that are still on the beach. And the 27th is going to attack the. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's instead do a regroup for the 28th. So we're going to activate the 28th, the 23rd, and the 25th. That's what we're going to do. The 27th will hang on the beach for the moment. So the 28th is going to regroup, which will remove this, and give them 3 cohesions, and that bumps them up to 6. Okay, so that's one action. Now the second action will be an attack by the 23rd. They will attack field 1. And no, you know what? They'll attack field 2, and we'll let the 25th attack Turkey Knob. All right, so we're rolling 5 dice. And we got a 6, a 5, a 4 that we pull out. But I might use it with that, so we'll hold on to that. Then we got a 3 that gets re-rolled automatically, and a 1. And it's another 3. Let me reduce them while I'm thinking about it. This is the 23rd. We're down to 8. And it's all right. We're going to pay to re-roll these 2. So they're going to go down to 7. We got a 3 and a 2. The 3 gets re-rolled. And it's a 1. All right. Well, now I can take this, and we'll make this 2 into a 6. And that will reduce field 2 by 1 block. And now let's have the 25th also attack field 2. Why not? Why not? Oh, we spent this. Oh, good roll. 2 4s, but 2 6s, and a 1. So that removes a second block here from field 2. And we're making a little bit of progress here. Now we go to the Japanese, draw their card, Tunnels of Iwo. If the Japanese player took a marker loss during the current U.S. Marine Corps, placed a marker lost on board in the lowest priority Japanese controlled position that has an open marker location, even if it's the one that it came from. Okay, and then we're going to do a fire action. So they're going to get one back, unfortunately. There. And they're going to attack. And again, they will be attacking here with the west side. Same thing. So we're going to roll 3 dice. Two 5s and a 4. So a 5 is cohesion, and a 4 is also cohesion. So they're going to lose all 3 of those cohesions that they just took. So they're back down to a 3. And that ends the Japanese turn. And I know I said I was going to stop, but let's go one more. So let me draw 2 cards. We've got Heroism and Medics, which is, again, going to save us from a loss. And then Fighting Seabees. Receive 3 cohesion to either raise 1 regiment by 3 cohesion or 3 regiments by 1. So we're going to spend this right now, and I'm going to put them back to a 6. And we'll toss that one. Looking at my cohesion track here, 25th should have been down to... Did I re-roll? I think I did. So they're at 9, they're at 7. They're at 6, and the 27th is at 10. Swap positions of 2 adjacent regiments or move 1 regiment to a friendly vacant controlled position or land a new wave. Let's land a new wave. Maybe. The problem is I need to get one of these guys off the beach so I can really do this. Let's activate the 25th. We're going to leave this in hand for now. We're going to attack with the 25th. We're going to hit field 2 again. So that's going to move them down to, where's the 25th? I'm going to go to 8. I'm going to roll. And we got a 6 and 3 2s and a 1. So I'm going to re-roll all 4 of these, which is going to cost me another cube. And we got 2 6s and a 4 and a 1. So we got a total of 3 6s. That is, again, going to remove a cube from them. So that was worthwhile. Then we do the Japanese. We got the tunnels again, which means they're going to get that card back again. And then we're going to do another fire attack. We're going to get, not the card, the marker back. So they keep it reinforcing. Tough nut to crack here, man. All right, so 8 will again be attacking 2 with 3 dice here. So we'll take this. Oh my God. All right. Well, these will cancel out. 2 cancels one of the 6s, but the other 6 means that one of the 28th gets removed. And on that low note, I'm going to stop for now. So that will do it for this one. I will pick this up. There will be a part 2 very, very shortly. But I do like to keep things moving, and those of you who are interested in seeing it play out can do so, while those of you who just wanted to see the game being played have now had the opportunity to do so. But that will do it. I thank you for watching. It's always appreciated. Please consider liking, sharing, and or subscribing. If you are already a subscriber, I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. But that does it for this one. This is Iwo Jima 1945 from Worthington Publishing, Old School War Games. And I am Joe, and this is the Hexed Encounter channel, and I'll be back soon. But until then, happy gaming.